What is up, guys? Kianbai here. MiHoYo has just officially posted the 2.1 update notice in-game and on the website, so I want to make this video real quick to let you guys know when 2.1 will be coming out, as well as what will be in our 2.1 update, as well as the release dates of all the other things to happen. Alright, let's first talk about when the update will be happening for the maintenance, as well as when the servers will be live, as well as the compensation. So the servers will be going down on September 1st, 6 a.m. UTC+8. If you go in the in-game notice, it will tell you the time it will go down for your local computer time. So for myself, because I live in America on the West Coast, it's going to be going down August 31st, 3 p.m. and the servers will be down for about 5 hours. Servers can come up a little bit earlier or a little bit later, so kind of be prepared for when these servers will actually come back up. Follow the Twitter, and I will be posting exactly when the servers go live the moment they do go up. You'll get 300 Primo Gem compensation, as well as 60 extra Primo Gems for every extra hour it goes down. You will be able to pre-update the game before the maintenance, and I highly recommend that. Otherwise, if you do try to update your game before maintenance, the servers for the downloads for updating will possibly get bottlenecked and cause you to take a lot longer for that to happen. You will have to be a certain AR to be able to get compensation gems as well too, for about AR 5, I believe. And when the servers do come back up live, you will have the two new Inazuma Islands up already, the Sere Island and Watatsumi Island. You will have to be AR 30 to be able to get to these islands, as well as finish the main story quest, the Eternal Euthymia one. I believe that's the Baal quest. They will have a couple new domains, which will be the one-off domains for you able to do the two domains here. You can read that in the update notice. The fishing system will be implemented, I believe, immediately as well. However, it is not clear if we will be able to do the fishing event to obtain the catch weapon right away, because in the 2.1 livestream, they did say they will be having an event with it. The event is not listed in this update notice, but we will see later. You will be able to put these fish in your teapot as well as cook with them if you haven't seen the live stream. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. The new 5-star characters in this update will be the Electro Shogun, the Archon, which will be the first banner to come, along with Kujo Sera. The 4 stars for that banner will be revealed very soon on their Twitter, so make sure you guys follow GENSHIN IMPACT Twitters, or my Twitter as well too. The next banner after that will be the 5-star character Kokomi, the Hydro Catalyst user. The 4 stars on that banner are not clear yet, as well as Alloy will be available. If you guys are playing on the PlayStation Network, you will be able to obtain Alloy at the start of 2.1 all the way until 2.2. PC and mobile players will be able to claim Alloy at the start of 2.2 all the way until the end of 2.3. However, if you are a PC or mobile player, you will be able to claim Alloy during 2.1 if you can access a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and link your PC mobile account to that PlayStation, aka buy one or ask a friend or a neighbor that has a PlayStation to link your account to a PlayStation account, to the PlayStation Network. You will have to be Adventure Rank 20 to be able to obtain Alloy. If you are, you will be able to have her in your mailbox immediately. Some of the new weapons in 2.1 will be the Engulfing Lightning 5-star polearm, which is going to be Baal's weapon banner polearm, Everlasting Moonglow, which is going to be the 5-star Catalyst on Kokomi's weapon banner, Luxurious Sea Lord 4-star Claymore, and the Catch 4-star polearm. Luxurious Sea Lord and the Catch will be event weapons, as well as available to max refine throughout playing the event. You guys can watch my weapon video on 2.1 to get a guide on those weapons, as well as who they will be good on. We'll have some new events as well too. The first event we'll be getting will be the combat team switching event, where you'll be using 2 character teams of, I believe, 7 teams. They will give you characters to use of trial characters in case you do not own enough characters, but this event will be starting on September 2nd and ending on September 13th. You will have to be at AR 30 or above and finish the Rito Escape Plan Archon quest. The next event that will be happening is essentially the Anniversary Daily Login event, where you'll be able to obtain 10 Intertwined Fate and other rewards. For myself, it'll be starting September 28th, 2 a.m., but I believe it'll depend on your server and your server time, and it'll go all the way until the end of version 2.1. You will have to be Adventure Rank 5 or above to be able to take part in this Daily Login event. You'll see here the first day will give you 1 Intertwined Fate, the second day of logging will give you 80,000 Mora, third day will be 2 Intertwined Fate, Day 4 will be 18 Mystic Enhancement Ore. Woohoo! Day 5 will be 2 Intertwined Fate. Day 6 will be 8 Hero Wit. Wow! And Day 7 will be 5 Intertwined Fate. They also do talk about the Moonlight Merriment event, which will be basically like a treasure hide and seek, where you'll try to be looking for these charms, floating charms, as well as these treasure chests throughout Teyvat, or Mondstadt and Liyue, I should say. It doesn't really say when this will start, so presumably I would believe that this event would start at the same time on September 28th, all the way until the end date of version 2.1. In 2.1, we're also going to be getting some new quests, such as a new Archon quest, a few story quests, as well as side quests of world quests. The new monsters available will be La Senora weekly boss fight, if you guys didn't see in the 2.1 live stream, 2 new world bosses of the Hydro Hypostasis, as well as the Thunder Manifestation. Thunder Manifestation is essentially like a Electro Oceanid looking bat monster. Specters are going to be kind of like overworld's floaty type of monsters, kind of similar to floating slimes, I guess. So for other additions in the game, there will be a possibility for you to trigger a special voice line when certain characters open treasure chests. There will be some new food recipes. There will be some new achievements for the achievement hunters, new name cards for those that like to collect name cards, new animals, as well as new fishes. There will be the Pool of Sapphire Grace, which is going to be the thing for the teapot, so you can put your fish inside of it. There will be a new bundle available to purchase inside the shop, which will give you a special name card, as well as some furnishing, as well as 1,000 Primo Gems. Hopefully this bundle is going to be a little bit cheap, but we'll see when it comes out. They'll have more stickers or emojis that you can use for Paimon's paintings, and there will be some changes for the Spiral Abyss. For Spiral Abyss floor 11, there will be a mechanic where when you kill an enemy, you'll have a corrosion effect on yourself, where you'll lose HP, as well as this will stack a bunch of times. Your main character can die from this, but your characters inside your party will not be able to die from this. They'll stop losing HP once they reach 15%. So this might be a situation where you will be using AoE healing characters such as Chi-Chi, Jean, Barbara, etc., to make this chamber easier. I'm sure, though, if you guys are very strong, you guys will just be able to power through floor 11 just per normal. On floor 12, they're getting rid of the high tide, low tide mechanic we currently have, and there will be no debuff, no buff for floor 12. The monster lineup for floor 11 and 12 will also be changing, and this new abyss will actually be happening starting September 16th. Not on this reset here. We'll get another iteration of this current abyss right now, and then on September 16th, we'll be getting a new set of monsters and debuffs. For the first moon buff, you'll be basically getting an attack buff every time you use your elemental burst, and it'll stack up to 6-7 times. It doesn't say that each stack has its own independent duration, so I'm assuming that each time you use a burst, it will refresh the cooldown of the stacks so that you can get up to 7 stacks. When you have 7 stacks, normal attacks will deal a shockwave, and a shockwave can happen every 2 seconds. The second phase of the moon buff will make it so that after you use an elemental burst for 10 seconds, normal and charge attacks will do a shockwave, but it will cost you 1% of your character's HP, and you will be able to die from this. The shockwave is AoE damage as well. Alright, so now we're going to the adjustments and optimizations. They're going to be making it so that the first time purchase bonuses are going to be resetting in 2.1 if you were not aware. It will be happening at the very start of it. If you have not purchased the first time purchase bonuses, they will not accumulate either. So they will just essentially disappear. Don't worry about them disappearing, though. If you guys didn't watch any of my older videos, it's not worth the money value if you're going to be missing out on the first-time purchases. If you need to buy them as an emergency, go ahead, but don't buy them to stock up on Primo Gems unless you're a big old whale. If you have a budget, it's much better to go get Welcome Moon Pass and Battle Passes for the duration of your playtime for Genshin Impact. The Stellar Reunion or the comeback event is going to be changed to give a little bit better rewards, but you're essentially going to get like a Mappa Mare, Fragile Resin, some extra ones, as well as you're going to get double bonuses for a couple more runs for the Stellar Reunion or comeback event. They're going to be making a gameplay change where the trial characters' abilities will be upgraded in some story quests at some world levels to make probably the game a little bit easier for new players. For the character changes, there will be an adjustment to Lumine, which is the female traveler, where her glow will be better when she is elementless, I guess. There will be some optimizations for the animation of Kazuo's elemental burst when you have lower graphics. And this one's actually a pretty big one, where when a character is attacked while immune to some damage while using something like an elemental burst skill, the shield's damage absorption will not decrease, which has occurred many a times if you guys have played Abyss or content where you guys use Strongly Shield or Diona Shield and use a burst skill and you take damage during your animation and you lose your shield. That will probably no longer happen, so this is actually a pretty big buff in my opinion. There'll be some optimizations for character skill lock-on against Rune Sentinels when they do the perpetual mechanical array splits. There will be another big change where the Nobushi will no longer jump back. If you guys have done the Abyss before for floor 12 chamber 1, Nobushi jumping back has been definitely a pain in the bum, because sometimes you'll be casting your elemental burst skill and they'll jump back away, or you'll be trying doing an attack and they'll jump away and split up from each other. There'll be optimizations for combat experience when dealing with Nobushi's sword drawing technique, which is going to be like when they sheath their sword and spin out. I don't know exactly what that means for optimizations, but I'm assuming it's going to make the game easier. They're reducing the weight of Nobushi and Kairagi, which is definitely very big, because now this could possibly mean that Jean could pick them up and do fall damage, at least on the Nobushi, as well as Sucrose, Venti, and Kazuha or any other Anemo character could probably pull the Kairagi better without them being petrified or frozen. There'll be increased time for Pyrohypus' core being exposed when it does this Pyro Pillar attack, which makes it a lot easier to kill the Pyrohypostasis, as well as the duration for the Tinders to be destroyed when the Pyrohypostasis is trying to regain its shield will be longer, making it so that you could use characters like Xingqiu or other Hydro characters a lot easier without the stress of the shield coming back. The rest of this update notice is basically just small changes for audio updates, as well as some visual things. If you guys care about those things, you guys can definitely read into them. If you guys like voice lines and audio things being said, like artifact upgrades, things like that. They're adding a height limit of Thunderwood's area of effect, as well as optimizing the condition of Raiden Shogun's Vision Hunt Decree, which is part of the Archon quest, which I'm assuming they're making this change to make it easier, because I've seen a lot of people complain that the Raiden Shogun fight is a little bit too hard. They're optimizing the style of crosshair and aiming mode, which is definitely interesting. I wonder what kind of crosshair they're going to be having. They're going to be adding some more prompts, like tips for the loading screen, which is a small thing in my opinion. They're adding new autoplay voice functions in the travel log for those that just want to listen to a bunch of voice lines. They're reducing the load taken up by repeatedly placing certain furnishings in the same area, which was discussed in the 2.1 live stream. Essentially, if you have the same furnishing that you want to place over and over in the same exact room, same exact island, it'll take less load, so you can just spam them more often. They're adjusting the adventure rank requirement for purchasing the recipe of the triple layer consomme to adventure 25, which was adventure rank 40 previously before. That's pretty much it for this update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of this update, as well as please do consider leaving a like, subscribe for more 2.1 guides and notices and everything else Genshin related. Follow me on Twitch if you guys want to have guides and updates and tips and account reviews, Abyss help. Also follow me on Twitter for quick Genshin update news, as well as Primo Gem codes, giveaways, and everything else you're going to want to know about Genshin Impact. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.